Oh, yeah. Get hard every time I hear that drop. We are back with the Wizards on a Wednesday. Waivers have already gone through. Brian, you got Demario Douglas. Are you psyched up? Are you excited?
Actually, I don't. It was just like kind of we'll see. Like with Drake May, that's really the only reason I picked him up.
You think
Just based off that one game, he was the most targeted receiver.
Yeah.
And Drake May is an upgrade from Jacoby Brissett, in my opinion.
For sure. Yeah. I think he's pretty boomer bust. Like, he could definitely go off. Demario is?
He is so little. Yeah, he is. After I picked him up, I looked because I was like, oh, man, nice. And I looked at his credentials, and let's see what it was. I think he's like 5'8", something.
Dang.
Yeah, 5'8". 192, like, so like kind of big for 5'8", but
that's like 2-3 inches shorter than me. 192? Yeah, that's really a thick boy.
And really shifty.
Yeah, he has to be if he's 5'8".
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be the who is that 5'3" basketball player we were talking about?
Oh, Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, he'll be the Bugs of the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you've already got Achan in there for short kings, but I don't know how tall Achan is. Probably around that. But
I think he's close to that.
Short,
just lighter.
Yeah, if short wide receivers can last longer than short running backs, they don't get beat up as much, but I'm not sure. Yeah, man, Demario, that was a good pickup. I just didn't bid enough on him. I got Njoku, and I'm really surprised nobody else bid on him. Like, not that many people in our league needed tight ends. I thought maybe Matt would try to get him so he could like get rid of Kyle Pitts. But I don't know. What do you think about Njoku? You think he's gonna be good rest of the season? Asking for a friend.
No.
No? Now that Cooper is gone?
I never messed with him. Like, I think I had him 1 year on my roster, but he's always just.
Oh, he burned you.
Everybody, like a lot. But
last year down the stretch, he was hot, man. He was the best tight end last year down the stretch.
I think that was the highlight of his career, I think.
That was the only time. He can't do anything else. Well,
I don't think he'll be it this year.
My other tight end, Ferg, is on bye this week, so I was had to pick up a tight end, no choice. But yeah, what other noteworthy waiver pickups? Let's see, in our league or in general.
Well, we had. Where is the?
Oh, Garrett just picked up Charbonnet.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was looking at him just because he actually did have some really good games early in the season. And if Walker goes down, which he probably will, because that's kind of been the theme for him.
Yeah. I guess I should probably have Charbonnet on my roster as the Walker owner, but I just would rather stash other guys like Tyrone Tracy and Bucky Irving over holding on to handcuffs. Just how I like to play it. But yeah, I mean, the Charbonnet's another good, like, there's so many guys in the league that are like backup RBs that are like league winners if the starter goes down. But then you think that, but then like another dude comes in like Sean Tucker. So like Rashad White wasn't there, and I was like, oh, Bucky Irving's gonna get all the work. He did get a ton of work, but like Sean Tucker, like who the heck is Sean Tucker?
Who is this guy on that one?
You like, where were you on Brian's Deep Throat Sleepers of the Week? Man, that would have been, if you would have like
Demario Douglas is this one.
Yeah. No, man, it'll all go to Jalen Polk. It'll just like completely transfer over to Polk. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that Booty guy or whatever is kind of not very good.
On the Patriots, I don't even know any other receivers besides those two. But
I think he's their number 2. Well, like on paper, but he's not very good.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, I was thinking about him because now he's the number 1 in Cleveland. We'll have to see if he is.
Dang, $5 on Njoku. Did anybody else put any fab on him?
I don't think so, but no, I'm all about spending fab on dudes that don't get any other.
You're so frugal in real life.
Daniel Jones, I know, man. Like the way I play fantasy is with my fabs opposite to have in real life. Because I'm looking at this, I'm like, other guys, everybody else in the league is going to be doing what I'm doing. I just have like, I don't know. I just can't get outside my own head. But at least I didn't spend 23 on Bo Nix.
Austin Eckler, that was good for $2. He's been consistently getting about 10 a game, and I feel like if Brian Robinson is Brian Robinson going down? Is he injured this week?
He's like questionable, I think. Day to day. Yeah, I saw him. I would have picked him up if I didn't already have a all running back roster. But
I only have 3.
I know, man. I'll trade you. You can do that DJ Moore trade. I'll hit you up, man. Or whatever players.
See what running backs I could get for DJ Moore.
Yeah, you're gonna ask for Bijan or somebody.
No, he's bust.
What he had his best game as a pro last week, 25 points
against Carolina. Though.
Against Carolina, actually Algier got like 20 points too. So, I just, so many running backs like that could be great, like Tyrone Tracy or Tank Bigsby or like Garendo for the 49ers. I don't know, but it's just all about if they're by themselves or not. And I feel like
Kenny Walker sucks. Do you want to trade him?
Yeah, he's terrible, man. He doesn't catch 8 receptions last week. That's awful for a running back.
I'll do that straight up. DJ Moore and Kenny Walker.
Absolutely not.
All right.
But we're doing trade. We could do
have fun with your running backs.
We do trade proposals over the podcast.
Have fun with Smith Schuster.
Yeah, dude, I will. 3 more weeks and no Nico. Come on.
Let's see. Pickens. You got Pickens still?
I got Pickens. Who do you want for Pickens?
I don't want Pickens.
Come on, man.
I told you that at the beginning of the year.
I was hoping you were going to say, yeah. I'll take like breadcrumbs for Pickens at this point. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Thursday night matchup here.
Are you kidding me? That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
Where are we at in society today? Where are we at on Thursday matchup today? New Orleans, or is it Broncos? The Broncos traveling into New Orleans. Over-under is 37 points. They going to hit this over-under? I don't think so.
No, with Spencer Rattler now, that'd be tough. In Denver, they have a defense.
They do have a defense. I'm starting them this week. I mean, Patrick Surtain's out, but I'm still starting them, and I think they're still a good start.
Javonte Williams.
Oh, man.
Whatever his name. Javonte. Whatever. He has 3.61 yards per carry this season.
3.61?
Yep.
Man, those will drop down to 3.14.
And he has
159.
0 touchdowns and 2 fumbles.
Nice. Love a good 0.0 touchdown to fumble ratio.
Fired.
Yeah, he was cooking for a bit. A couple weeks, he was doing okay, and then just tanked. I hate how Yahoo waivers work, because like he got dropped, and then you can't pick him up. Like Jeff dropped him, but he's not available until after the game plays. You know, I think someone should have a chance to pick him up if they want. Like,
yeah,
it should be easy. Like for programming, Yahoo would be like, oh, if a player is playing on Thursday, then let their waivers open up earlier. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's just nitpicky, but it seems like I just don't like how Yahoo's waiver system work, especially the 2-day drop thing. Where like
I didn't know you could drop somebody like during like right after they play, if they like bomb for you, you can drop them and grab somebody else. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I like. Like you pick up a Thursday player, and and they're playing Thursday, and if they suck or whatever, and then you drop them, pick up somebody that night or Friday. Yeah, I mean that's one thing you can do, but it's limited in other ways. Like you drop somebody on a Saturday, you can't pick them up for the game on Sunday. Like it has to be 2 days. It's I don't know.
Well,
I think you could be smarter.
Here's an interesting fact, I guess, for tomorrow night's game is Cortland Sutton has 21 receptions for 277 yards. I think that's what Justin Jefferson did in like one game, maybe like a few weeks ago.
His total Cortland Sutton through 7 games is basically Justin Jefferson in one.
That is insane, man. That's it.
So 7 Cortland Suttons equals 1 JJ.
Yeah, that's their leading receiver.
I was trying to think who's another Broncos receiver. I can't think of one. I saw one on waivers, or I saw one on out there available, but Troy Franklin. Oh yeah,
whoever the heck that is.
Right, Troy Franklin. Everybody knows that guy. Yeah, Frank Troy.
Oh, he's a rookie.
He's got a porn star name though. Troy Franklin.
Troy, yeah.
Big, thick cock. Horse cock. Troy Frank. Yeah, maybe he'll go off.
Devon Veely.
Oh, that was the guy I was looking at.
Or Veal or Vele. I don't know how you say his name.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Oh, Lil Jordan, man. My guy. Love Lil Jordan. Wish he was more relevant, you know. We need more players with fun names like Lil Jordan and
awesome names.
Bub Means.
Adam Troutman. They're tight ends, Adam Troutman, if you need a tight end. He's caught 2 passes this year for 32 yards. Nice.
We're talking about the Broncos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. There's not many players in this game I'd recommend. I mean, on the Saints side, Kamara. How do you feel about Kamara this week?
He'll be fine. Like, he'll get his hum.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18 points, somewhere in there, I think.
When we don't really know much about Spencer Rattler and if he has a rapport with anybody besides Bub Means.
Yeah, it'll be Bub Means show.
It'll be the Bub Means show. Man, I should pick him up.
I think Patrick Surtain will be out for the Broncos, so it might be, I don't know, he might get more room to work with some of the receivers.
Yep. Is Rashid playing?
I think he might be out. Let me see.
Well, Rashid, I know Olave's almost certainly going to be out.
He's questionable. He didn't practice yesterday.
He's questionable.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Just because they're playing the Broncos, I mean, I wouldn't recommend Bub Means. If you're desperate, if Shahid's out and Olave are both out, if you're desperate, you could throw Means in there.
Yeah, really about the only player I would play in this game is Kamara.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's about it.
On the other side, Bo Nix.
Saints D. You can start Saints D, and I mean, honestly, you could probably start Broncos D too.
Yeah. No, just the defenses, I think. And I mean, what about tight end? You know, you've got Jawan Johnson or Foster. I don't even know. I wouldn't start either of them though.
I think Foster, he had like a decent game this
Foster Moreau
last week.
Yeah, you can definitely find better options off the tight end waiver. Anyways,
Foster Moreau, he caught 2 for 54.
Elmer Fudd. Foster.
Dude, I thought he had a way better game than that, but whatever.
Elmer Fudd Moreau. All right, let's move on to the Sunday game. We got one in.
Mara caught 5 passes.
We got one in London here. All right.
You don't play it, just play it.
We're going to run out of Zoom session time eventually, but I'll just start a new one when we do. All right, we got a London game on Sunday. The Patriots at the Jaguars home in London. And this looks like a dirty, nasty game. 42.5 over under.
Yep. Evan Ingram, nobody else on the Jaguars. Patriots defense. Drake May, if you need
Patriots defense.
Yeah.
You start them against Jacksonville. What about Jacksonville defense against Drake May and Patriots?
I mean, like, technically you could, just because like the Patriots don't really score a lot. But last week against the Saints, they got 21.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll roll. Maybe Drake May, he'll be a little bit more comfortable his second game, and I don't know. I think he'll be a pretty good quarterback for him.
Yeah, I think rookie quarterbacks are always up and down, super volatile. So if you want to bet on May having a bad second game, I wouldn't hate it. If you want to start Jacksonville's defense. For Jacksonville, yeah, Evan Ingram for sure. Wide receivers, Christian Kirk, maybe flex. Brian Thomas Jr., I'd put him in. Is he injured?
I don't think. I don't know.
No, he's not injured.
The Jags did give up 34 to the Colts, or 37. 34 to the Colts 2 weeks ago. Then they gave up 35 last week to the Bears.
Yeah, I think Brian Thomas is a great start this week. Christian Kirk, I'd flex if you're kind of desperate. ETN's like doubtful with an injury. If ETN sits, I think Bigsby's a great start. If ETN is in, then honestly, I don't want to start either of them. I'd start ETN if he's in, but Bigsby is weird. Like Dearness Johnson got all the work, or like more snaps than Bigsby last week. So freaking gross. That's why I dropped him, and I was surprised.
Yeah, I'm afraid of all the Jaguars running backs right now. I don't even want to.
Yeah,
try
man.
To guess.
I was surprised that Matt spent 11 fab to get Bigsby. I mean, maybe Matt didn't know that Dearness Johnson got more snaps than him. So I was like, yeah, it's just more running back carousel. When you think one guy's the dude, like here comes another dude, third stringer that's like, oh, taking all the work. Patriots, Ramondre, if he's active, if he's playing, start him. If not, I don't want anything to do with Antonio Gibson. Yeah, I was like Antonio Pierce. Antonio Gibson. And then, yeah, that's it. I mean, what about DeMario? Would you throw him in?
No, I'm like, I just grabbed him as a kind of, wait and see if they, if he is the favorite for Drake May.
Yeah, I think
if not, then I'll just drop him like a freaking hot potato and just go to somebody else.
Hell yeah, and I'll be there to pick that hot potato up, burn the hell out of my hands. That's my job.
Honestly, I mean, Patriots receivers are just not very good. So I mean, he's the only one that has some promise, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jalen Polk is an interesting sleeper look for later in the season if you can afford to stash someone on your roster. But
no, I think he was a dud of a draft pick.
Okay. All right. Well, Hunter.
I have my favorites, and he's definitely not up there at all on the rookie receivers.
Dang. Okay. You heard it here first. Brian's first anti-deep throat sleeper of the year, Jalen Polk. What's an anti-deep throat? Like a vomit?
He had 6 targets against the Dolphins 2 weeks ago, and he caught one of them for 13 yards. That was it. 6 targets.
That was with a different quarterback too, though.
I know, but 4 targets last week, and he caught one for 4 yards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's about Bub Means level of exciting, but actually Bub Means is probably a little more exciting because he seems to have chemistry with Rattler. All right, we talked about this game enough. Hunter Henry, would you throw him in as a desperate tight end flex? I just said we talked about it enough, and then let's talk about it some more.
You might have some upside, but more upside with Drake May. And with him only having one receiver that he'll probably end up throwing to.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, it's boom or bust, I think. So, you could try it. All right, let's move on to talking about somebody else.
The Colts?
The Colts?
Colts and Dolphins?
Is that the next one? I've got.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're all 1 o'clock. You want to? I'm just gonna stick to the order DraftKings shows them in here. Let's talk about Lions, Lions Vikings, and we've got 5 minutes left. Maybe we can get it all in 5 minutes. And then I'll start up a new sesh.
Lions Vikings. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So let's start with the Lions. Jared Goff. Jared, big.
Yeah.
Jared destroying everything these days.
Both QBs.
Yeah. Both QBs. Sam Darnold, do you think he's going to pumpkin? For the Vikings?
I think they'll both do fine. Like, I think it's going to be one of those higher scoring NFC North games.
Yeah. The Vikings will have to throw on the Lions. So, yeah, I think both these quarterbacks are good starts.
Yeah. Darnold's a better start, but...
Oh, you think Darnold's a better start than the Lions? I think Goff is about as safe as a quarterback in the league right now.
Not saying Goff's a bad start, but I think Darnold will have a pretty good game, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the Vikings defense is pretty tough too, but I like Goff a little bit more than Darnold in this game. But
and home, those NFC North games, like I feel like the home team always like they just have. There's always the home field advantage, anyways, but just seems like they always do really well.
Yeah, I get you. Vikings receivers, JJ, he's in. What about Jordan Addison? JA.
I drafted him. I dropped him. I don't know.
Man, he's on Matt's team now. I kind of want to trade for him.
Shouldn't have done that, man. Yeah, I'd start Jordan Addison.
He's had a few duds for sure, but
start him.
Yeah,
get him in there.
No, I think it's a good start against the Lions. Get him in there.
Jameson Williams is boomer bust. I think.
I'm on Ross.
I think Minnesota actually ends up winning this game. So I mean,
it's a huge over under 50 points.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think the Lions are ever going to be down by a lot, but they could be down, late, and you might get one of those just bombs from Goff to Williams.
Yeah. What about Montgomery and Gibbs? Both of those, throwing them in. They're both just so good.
Yeah, they're both. Man, Montgomery annoys me.
Because
I just want to move on from him and use Gibbs, but
yeah. No, like if either one was gone, the other one would be the best running back in the league. I feel like. Mm-hmm. They're there to stay, man. The NFL's getting smart. They realize that one guy can't just freaking do it all without getting his skull cracked in.
Yeah, I'd start them both. They're both like high-end RB2s with them both like splitting carries, basically.
Yep. I think the Vikings side is a lot harder. I think Aaron Jones is a sit. I mean, he might be injured and not even be in, but I think against the Lions, he's actually a sit, and Ty Chandler I wouldn't touch either. Would you throw Aaron Jones in there?
If he plays, I
just think Lions' run defense is so tough.
Have to. I'm sure if he's on your team, like the alternative is probably not very pretty. You probably got like Zach Moss or some Mostert or
yeah. I mean, depending on who you have. Achane, Mostert, I don't know what the situation is like over there, but if Achane's out, I might do Mostert over Jones. But yeah, I can't see Jones having a good game. Like, I can't see him getting over 10 PPR points against the Lions, but I don't know. It could happen. I just think chances are small. And then Vikings.
I tried to trade Garrett for Amon-Ra early in the season. I think I was going to send him Kamara and Devontae Adams for Amon-Ra and Achane, and I'm so glad I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because he wanted me to throw in Evan Ingram on top of it, and I was like, no way, man.
Yep. Garrett famously won't trade someone unless he can rape him.
But dude, he would have won that trade though. At like hindsight, looking back on it,
dude, he tried to trade me. Jordan Love, and then I looked at our matchup. We're playing again in week 10, and Jordan Love's on bye. I'm like, you dirty dog. He knew the whole time what he was doing. I know he's always up to something. All right, to finish up this matchup, how about tight end Sam Laporta? I think he's got to be in, even though the Vikings are tough. And then the Vikings tight end side, I don't think there's anybody there. I mean, Hawkinson's still on IR. And then defenses, both these Ds are pretty great. What do you think about starting these Ds? I mean, the other, would you throw some Ds on that bitch? I mean, they're great Ds, but the offenses on the other side are both really good. I like Lions D more than Vikings, but what do you think?
I like the Vikings defense better this year, but like Jared Goff is, I mean, he's usually pretty efficient.
Yeah. I get you there. I mean, I think they're both good starts, so let's move on here and talk about a different matchup.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
You can hear the samples, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah. You're like, oh yeah. I wish I couldn't, but yeah, I can hear them.
Yeah, they're there.
Oh yeah. Garrett's
At
like,
least it's not the echo anymore.
oh yeah, I figured out the echo. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the podcast from God, podcast from on high. It was like, start Travis Etienne. All right, next matchup we're talking about the Texans at the greenish, beige Packers over-under, 47.5. Pretty high over-under. Think this is going to be a good game? Going to get a good game here in Lambeau?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud taking on Jordan Love. Could be
I think
very entertaining.
Yeah, I hope Tucker Kraft doesn't go off because I dropped him.
Yeah, well, you know what? At this point in the season, the way I feel about tight ends is like, it's okay. Just drop them. Like, you can literally drop anybody. No one is not undroppable because they can all put up duds and they can all go off, and you have no idea. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Except for Brock Bowers. That's about
Except for Brock Bowers. He's probably the only non-droppable tight end. And maybe Sam Laporta.
Let's see what it's. Oh, wait, we're not to the Rams yet.
Colby Parkinson? Yeah, anyways. So, the quarterbacks in this game, Love and Stroud, I mean, I think they're both great starts. They both had really good weeks last week.
Yep, I love them both, and I think they'll both take big strides this week.
Yeah, big Strouds. Oh, man. Hold on here. Whoops.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Which I was going for the air horn, but that was a nice pun. Anyways.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Patrick will do. Dontavian Dick Hands is out, I think, still. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like, Jordan Love did great with the other three. I can't believe there's like 4 receivers over in the Green Bay Packers, and they're all like, it's just weird how there's 4. Like, what other team do you talk about 4 receivers as like kind of viable in the conversation? You know what I mean?
And a good tight end and 2. Well, they have 2 good running backs, but they only use 1 really.
What are you talking about? Who's the backup?
You know what I'm talking about. Emmanuel Wilson, is that his name?
You think he's good? Are you an Emmanuel Wilson guy?
Yeah, I think he's good.
Better than Jalen Polk?
Better? Yeah, way better than Jalen Polk.
Is he a Brian certified deep throat sleeper?
You whore!
Later in the season, just because I know Josh Jacobs already has a ton of miles on him. They're like, he's bound to
A ton of miles. He's worn out, man. He's been used.
He's bound to get like
gangbanged,
injured at some point this year. I feel like.
Yeah.
And then at that point, then it'll be Wilson. Like I'll dump some fab on him. But till then, I stay away.
Why stay away?
Stay away until then, and then I'll grab him.
I'll dump a hell of a lot of fab on him, but until then, hell no. You're like hot and cold, on or off. Binary. Yeah. Well, why don't you stash him on your bench?
Because I don't want to get rid of one of my quarterbacks.
Yeah, you do. Hey,
I don't want to get rid of any of my other players. No, I don't.
I'll help you out with that problem, buddy. Anyways, yeah, both great starts. Jordan Love, CJ Stroud. I'm really impressed by Stroud showing that he can still do it without Nico, because I was worried there. And yeah, and Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. I think they're good starts. What do you think?
Oh yeah, both of them.
Yeah, especially with Nico gone, and Stroud still can feed people for sure.
Throw them both in there, and then. Running back. Is the running back healthy?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Bobby Trees for a second.
No, Mixon. Yeah. Mixon's in.
Yeah, Mixon, if he's healthy, if he's in there. And then if Mixon's in, I wouldn't touch any of the other running backs. I wouldn't touch the other running backs if Mixon's out either. But yeah, he's healthy.
I think, yeah, he's good. He's not even on their injury report.
Yeah. And then Dalton Schultz. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Nah.
If there was like a time to play him, it'd be like a game like this with Nico gone, with just somebody else that can catch balls.
He just looks like a Bigfoot. I know he's just like a slogger. I just don't like watching.
You don't want to play him because he doesn't look very healthy.
He's like too white, Well,
you look too fat in your picture. I don't really want to play you.
Exactly.
Dude, that's what I thought about Tyler Conklin when I saw his picture. I'm like, this guy, he's tight end. Then I saw him play for the Jets. I was like, he looks nothing like his picture.
His beard, I think makes him look like chunky, like he's got a round face.
Yeah, I was like, that dude's pretty big.
Dude, at least it's not Hunter Henry. Don't look at Hunter Henry like you'll go blind from eye blindness. It's like looking at the snow in the winter on a sunny day. Like,
right.
Whitest guy in the league. Whitest tight end in the league. Yeah, so Dalton Schultz, yeah, he's okay. I don't really like the way he looks, but he's like he's like anti-Man's Warehouse. You won't like the way you look, I guarantee you.
You gotta have a good looking team. You don't want to win the championship with a bunch of big uglies.
Well, I'd rather have a good looking team that sucks than a bunch of uglies that win me the ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's why I like. Who's the ugliest?
Hey,
who's the ugliest guy in the league? I wouldn't.
Jimmy G, man, Mr. G.
Yeah,
pick him up.
Yep. It's I know, right? Like, what if AOC goes off for 30 points? I don't want him. If he puts up 30 points every week, I don't want him. Too ugly.
You look like you were just eating pizza rolls before the game.
Dude, he does. Mr. Totino's. That's his new nickname, Mr. Totino's.
You can't have an echo chamber. Echo chambers are dangerous.
You know what I mean? And, yeah, dude. Kind of. So, anyways, getting off the tangents of ugly boys, the Packers defense over here against Houston, I'm not interested. And then Houston's defense against the Packers, also I'm not interested.
It's at Lambeau, yeah, no.
Yeah. And then let's see, do we miss anybody? Well, the Packers wide receivers we didn't really talk about.
I think we got what, all 8 or 9 of the Green Bay's wide receivers.
Yeah, just about
throw them all in there. Who knows who's going to catch them?
Yeah, all of them except Dick Hands, who's not in.
Watson, Jaden Reed, Dobbs.
Well, the other two for sure, Watson and Reed. Dobbs is boomer bust. If he catches a touchdown, he has a great day. If not,
so is Watson.
You think Watson is too? Yeah, Reed's the safest out of all of them.
Reed's the only one I would want. But
Dobbs just came off a great game. This might be a shootout. It's at Lambeau. I don't mind starting Dobbs as a flex or Watson as a flex or like wide receiver 2, whatever. I don't mind it, but it's way more risky than Reed for sure.
Play Taysom
Taysom
I
Hill.
don't know why. I just thought we were talking about the Saints now coming up. We just talked about them. I meant to say for the Thursday night game, if you want to play Taysom Hill, it might be a good opportunity if he's healthy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Will he like take quarterback snaps from Rattler?
I don't
that'd be
know really what
crazy.
he'll do, but I feel like, with them having a backup in there, it's like they could have some weird trick plays like around the goal line.
Yeah, but Taysom Hill, I believe, is also injured-ish.
Is he?
Yeah.
Back or not?
I have to check that out real quick.
Never mind. Just ignore me.
Yeah, just ignore Brian. He's questionable for. He's a limited participant in yesterday's practice. Questionable for week 7 Thursday, tomorrow. So I don't know. I wouldn't do it. And then he put up zeros last 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he's injured or something. The only good week he had was against Atlanta, week 4. So yeah, don't listen to Brian.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to get many points last week. Whenever he was sporting that sweatshirt.
Was it sweatshirt?
No, he was injured last week. He didn't play.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just in the game with a sweatshirt on.
No,
That'd be great. I'd have to play him then.
that's a tough guy right there.
Oh yeah. All right, let's move on to talking about different game. All right, next up we've got the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills. Over-under is 41. It's kind of a low under, don't you think? Low over-under? 41 for this game? I mean, it probably has a lot to do with the Titans.
It'll be a blowout, huge blowout.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Buffalo Bills will get over 41 themselves, so take the over.
Yeah, and the Titans, but the Titans might not get 3 points, so that could be close. Yeah, honestly, it makes me rethink my Tony Pollard start. But
They're going to be behind all game, I think.
they're going to be behind, but are they actually going to let Will Levis do stuff? Or were they just
that's why I wish I would have picked up the Bills, because that defense, that's like the best pickup this week for a defense.
You think so?
Yeah, because Will Levis is going to throw and he's not accurate.
This week, yeah, this week for sure. Yep, anybody that plays the Titans. But
He'll throw two picks at least.
Yeah, I don't know. So Will Levis start of the week, you think?
Yeah. Go ahead and start,
man.
Start him, Matt.
Start Will Levis against your own defense.
Pick him up.
Man. So Tony Pollard. I mean,
Tony Pollard. I'm starting him in another league, but I know it's probably not going to be super great.
Pony Tollard. Yeah.
Unless they use him in the check down game, which they might.
Yeah.
They might force Will Levis to not just throw.
I think you got to hope for Tony Pollard's points in the first half. That's where they're going to come. Because by halftime, they're going to be down by 20, right? So at that point, it's Will Levis trying to get back in the game, throwing deep balls to
triple coverage.
Deep balls to Calvin Ridley, and maybe Calvin will catch some if they're in the vicinity, and it'll probably be one catch, Calvin Ridley, 3 picks, Buffalo D.
Dang.
Or maybe they'll just do some checkdowns, because that's all Will Levis can really do. But I'm pretty iffy on Pollard and Ridley. Feel more confident about Pollard. Ridley has been terrible so many games, super bust.
Because his quarterback is awful. He is so bad. I don't know how he's still the starter.
Yeah,
they need to trade for somebody, or just get rid of him and tank, purposely tank for somebody else.
Yeah, but that is what they're doing with him, is tanking. I mean, honestly,
really? They're not trying to win now.
No, I mean, they're probably trying to win, but they probably see the writing on the wall, and they know it is a tank, and they're like, well, if we switch to Mason Rudolph, then people will complain that we didn't give Will Levis enough of a shot, or didn't use our draft pick. So this way they can tank, and they don't have to defend themselves against that argument. We didn't use the guy we drafted. No,
And it's not like he can't play the position. It's like his decision making is just not where you want it for an NFL quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's a bonehead. Yeah. He and Deshaun Watson are the sack magnets.
I'm just glad he's not our quarterback. Yeah, but we got Richardson, who's injured every other game.
Yeah. Colts. The Richardson problem with the Colts is it's a different thing.
I say we trade him to the Titans and get their first round draft pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Titans might be desperate enough to do that, but so on the Tennessee side, you got Chigakonkwo, tight end. There's just no one you really want to play at all except Pollard. And then on the Buffalo side, I mean, let me check it. What's James Cook's status?
And then James Cook, and then I have no idea beyond that.
Yeah, but so Sean McDermott said he's optimistic Cook is going to be available to play against Tennessee. And yeah, if he's active, you want to play him. Ray Davis, though? Ray Davis looked good against the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he'll have good games, but he's still like not going to touch James Cook's, starting job.
Yeah. If James Cook sits, would you start Ray Davis? I think you could throw him in as a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he outtouched Ty Johnson by a lot in that game. So then, now we've got Amari Cooper to talk about on the Buffalo side. So I think he's a great start this week.
I must have missed that. They traded?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Browns. That's why I was talking about Jerry Jeudy and you. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Wow.
That's why I was talking about Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku in that way because Cooper's not there anymore. That's why I bid for David Njoku.
Well, now I'm on the same page as you.
I wouldn't have spent 5 fab on Njoku if Cooper was still there. Hey, buddy, way to catch up. Yeah. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
It's your number one receiver.
What?
It's your number one receiver for the Bills.
Yeah. Hopefully, he can be the Stephon Diggs of the team. That Cooper's really good. He was just in a bad situation, kind of like Ridley.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of.
They
funny.
definitely did somebody like him.
Yeah. So I think Cooper's a good play this week. Only bad thing I could see is the Bills go up really early, and then Allen doesn't need to throw to Cooper. The Bills don't really throw that much anyways. So, but if you have Cooper, you want to play him. And then that kind of relegates all other Bills wide receivers, I think, to the bench. Like Shakir and Coleman, I think, are benches. What do you think about that?
Yeah, just because I don't really know which one he likes more to throw to.
Yeah.
It seemed like Shakir, then other games it seemed like Coleman, so I don't really know.
Right, and then with Cooper in there to complicate things, it seems like way too risky to me.
Yeah, now I think that just makes it a little bit more clear. Just play Cooper, and
right.
the other two will be hit or miss.
Mm-hmm. And then Kincaid, good tight end start, you think?
I mean, yeah, but they also feel like they were targeting Knox last week a lot too.
Yeah, he was working his way in there. I don't
know what that all means.
I think just given the tight end landscape, Kincaid's a fine start though.
He's the better start for. Oh yeah, 7 targets for 6. Yeah, yep. Never mind. It must have just been that one touchdown I saw Knox get.
Yeah, Dawson Knox isn't reliable as a tight end start, but yeah, I'd throw Kincaid in there. Anybody else you want to talk about in this nasty lopsided game we got?
Nah.
All right, let's move on.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
I like that drop because the Bears fans are like, yeah, now our team is who we thought they were. Bears fans are always like, our team's good, and then they're not good. And now they're like actually looking good. The Bears are who we thought they were. Yeah. we'll see if we get to talk about the Bears. So next matchup, hometown matchup, Miami Dolphins at the Indianapolis Colts, 43.5 over/under. Who's your favorite guy in this game? Who's your favorite player to start?
Well, I think Anthony Richardson is starting, right? So we will.
Let me check out news on
I don't
him.
think they've
That is really key as far as Richardson and the other players on the Colts side too. He's practicing in full.
If Flacco's in, then you want Josh Downs for sure.
Yep.
If Richardson's in, then Pittman becomes a little bit more valuable, and so does Alec Pierce.
If Richardson's in, damn dude, if Richardson's in, I might sit all of the wide receivers on the Colts side.
Just don't know what's going to happen.
You just literally have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, straight up last Sunday, like he was supposed to start, and then all of a sudden not. So it's just like Flacco is reliable. He's predictable. Josh Downs is a great start if Flacco's in. Hell, I should like pick up Flacco instead of get rid of Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones.
Also, is Taylor coming back? Yeah, I don't think he's on the injury report now. No, yeah, he is. He's questionable.
You mean the Sermon on the Mount is going to get another shot?
Trey Sermon's questionable too.
Dude, I need to download like a gospel sample or something like, oh, Trey Sermon. How many?
Actually, I think the other dude is a better running back. I just forget his name. He's an unknown guy.
Tyler Goodson.
Yeah, I think he's better.
So we've got Sermon on the Mount and the Good Son. Man,
this tells you. I mean, it's a small sample size, but Trey Sermon has 37 attempts and he's 91 yards with it. 2.4 yards per carry.
Less than 3 yards per carry.
Tyler Goodson
94 this year? No way.
He has 37 attempts and 91 yards.
Oh, wait. I was thinking 94 attempts. I was like, Jesus.
2.4, and I don't think that was with Flacco when they actually had like a decent passing game. That's surprising.
Man, you could get 2.4 yards per carry. The Colts signed you.
Tyler Goodson has 13 attempts for 77, so 5.9 per carry on a small sample size. And I believe he can catch. Yeah, he has 9 targets, 8 receptions.
Whoops, my bad.
Just play it.
Well,
yeah, I wouldn't mess with Trey Sermon any game this year at all. And I think Goodson, over the course of the season, if Taylor misses any more time, I think he's the guy I would use if I had to pick a Colts running back.
Yep. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I wouldn't start if Taylor's out. I don't want to start anybody. Neither the Sermon on the Mount, nor the Good Son, nor any of these other Pentecostal Baptist names that we have.
Miami, so I mean, they don't have anything rolling right now, so I don't think it's that bad of a play if you played Goodson this week. Taylor's out.
No, but sure. I mean, you could flex him. Goodson, like, really? Over any of these other, like, running backs? You take Goodson?
Like,
dude, I think
in this game?
Yeah, no, like other games too. I think you're just not saying what I think you're saying. This is Brian's official deep throat sleeper of the week.
This is it.
Evan Goodson. What's his name?
Dude, I gotta wait and see if Jonathan Taylor doesn't play. If he doesn't play, then I do like Tyler Goodson, and I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's crazy.
But only if Taylor and Sermon are both out, right?
No, if Taylor's out. If Sermon's out, that doesn't really worry me. I think they're kind of seeing what they have with Sermon, and it really isn't much.
So even if Sermon is active but Taylor's out, you think
throw him in, throw Goodson in,
throw him in there. All right, it's official. The deep throat sleeper of the week.
You whore!
Trey Goodson. Man, hopefully Austin doesn't listen to this. He'll pick him right up. He'll rename his team the Good Son or something.
He's like, I can't believe I didn't draft him.
Yeah, right. Damn, I shouldn't have drafted Adonai Mitchell.
Right.
Yeah, so that's it for the Colts, I guess. Colts are really hard to figure out. I mean, because of the quarterback, it has so much effect on the receivers that you want to play. So just monitor that. And Josh Downs is really the only guy I'm like really excited about. If Flacco plays, if Richardson plays, I really like don't want to do any of them. And not Colts tight ends, not touching either. And then on the Miami side, there's no one you can really touch. I mean, Tyreek, you got to throw him in. Waddle's still on your bench.
Yeah, it's kind of
what's the running back situation over there? That team is a mess, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the quarterback. That justified like all of everybody saying like Tua being an MVP and everything last year. That kind of justifies it because really, if they don't have him, like it just all falls apart.
Yeah, for real. And also like, it also is falling apart too because of Achane like falling apart, health wise. So he's still in the concussion protocol. I think he's probably going to play. You know, you got to play him if he starts. If he's active. If he's not active, would you play Mostert against Colts' paper mache of a defense?
And yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have to run because I don't know. What's his name? Is it Huntley?
Yeah, I think Huntley's still starting.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Wright he's all right.
Tyler
stash.
Goodson outscores the starting running back for the Dolphins this week.
Oh, buddy. I'll take that bet.
Write
Damn.
that one down.
Tyler Goodson outscores who? The quarterback? Starting quarterback?
Whoever the starting running back for the Dolphins is this week.
Oh, okay. Tyler Goodson outscores him?
Yep. Whether it be Achane or Mostert.
That boy ain't right.
I like that call.
That's a deep one.
That's a deep call, man. I like that call. I'll have to monitor that. We got a beer bet here.
Watch, he carries the ball 3 times for 6 yards.
If you win, I'll bring the pack of cigs to the next golf outing.
No, man, I quit.
Okay, then I'll bring the 6-pack. I'll bring the 6-pack of Bush Heavy, or maybe some what's Ice House? The worst beer I've ever had in my life. Ice House.
Oh man,
dude, it's disgusting.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, Jeff's driveway, midnight, sitting in his car drinking Ice House. Good memories. Yeah, so defenses in this game. If Anthony Richardson's plays, I would start Miami's defense. If it's Flacco, I would not. And then not playing the Colts actually against Miami. Yeah, I might.
You could play the Colts defense.
Yeah, this is the one time I think like all year you could play them.
Yep.
Yeah. So then Miami, I think it just depends on who the Colts QB is.
Suckers.
It's crazy, man, that they have Joe Flacco and they're like, nah, we're going with Richardson. Development. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just like, man, it's like the best backup in the league right there. All right, let's move on to next matchup. All right, here in 6-7 minutes in the Zoom, we got Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, over under 42. Man, this is kind of a gross game too. Now that Cooper's not in it, I mean, Joe Burrow will. Well, the Browns' defense is pretty good. You like Joe Burrow this week?
Yeah. I feel like the Bengals, Browns aren't they usually like kind of like bloodbaths, like low scoring and a lot of defense.
I don't know.
Am I thinking
I could
about
see
that
this
right, or-
game being like that. Because the Browns' defense is good. The Bengals' offense is not very good, except for Burrow and Chase.
At Cleveland.
At Cleveland, right? And then also the Browns' offense is bad. The Bengals' defense is bad though too. So I could see this. I think it'll be under 42.
That's probably a safe bet.
Yeah. But startable players, obviously Burrow, obviously Chase. What do you think about Higgins against the Browns D?
I don't love it, but I mean, I think it'll just be one of those average, games, average outings.
You probably don't have better options in your lineup if you do
He
have
might
Higgins.
get right at what he's projected, about 13.
Yeah. I
He
kind of
catches,
like
yards. I don't know.
I like kind of like Jerry Jeudy in this game a little bit better than Higgins. Jerry Jeudy up against a crappy Bengals defense. No more Amari Cooper. I'd probably do Jeudy over Higgins, but I might regret it.
I don't know. Maybe you want me to drop. I guess I could go ahead and drop Higgins then and pick up Jerry Jeudy.
I guess you can. You heard it from me. I recommended it, so. Yeah. And then what is Zach Moss, Chase Brown situation? I hate all these.
No, I don't like either of the Cincinnati running backs in this game.
Yeah, me neither. And Browns defense, if you got them, you're probably playing them every week, so I would play them and hope for the best. You don't want to play Bengals defense. And on the Browns side, David Njoku, we already talked about. I picked him up. I think he's a great tight end. With no more Cooper, he's a good start. Watson, do not have him in your lineup as a quarterback. Unless your name is Mike Landers, then please have him in your lineup this week. And then, Jerry Jeudy, I think, is a pretty good start. He's been getting quite a few targets this year. Hasn't made anything of it, they're crappy targets, but I think things can only get better for him now without Cooper. And then what's going on with Nick Chubb? And Jerome Ford is questionable to play.
I don't know if Nick Chubb's coming back this week or not. But the only one I would play this week probably just in this game is Pierre Strong, but nobody has him on their team, so it doesn't even matter.
Cleveland.com's Mary Kay Cabot reports Nick Chubb is expected to play in Week 7 against the Bengals. So if he plays, he's in. He's in,
That's
baby.
it.
The return of the Chubb, man. After that brutal injury last year, I'm rooting for him, man. Can't believe it. So if he's in, he's in. If he's not in, and Jerome Ford's out, you could play Pierre Strong against this Bengals D. Yep. All right. Let's move on. Next matchup.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
All right, Seahawks at Atlanta Falcons, over under 51. We got 2 minutes to talk about this one.
Yep. Let's go. Both QBs you could probably.
It's a huge over under 51.
Yeah.
No, I would do it. Both QBs have been reliable starts the whole year. Kirk Cousins was just not good last week because of game script, but
I didn't know that the Seahawks defense was that bad.
Yeah, they've been not good for sure.
Okay, never mind.
There's a lot of great pieces on both sides that I want. Both quarterbacks. For Seattle's side, I think the toughest call, Kenneth Walker for sure. Charbonnet is benched. The toughest.
Bijan be fine this week.
Bijan's good start. Algier, you could flex. Seahawks are bad defensively. Maybe. And then the wide receivers are kind of the toughest thing to talk about in this matchup. I mean, JSN and Lockett. Metcalf in your lineup for sure. JSN and Lockett, I think they're both flex, boom or bust guys. You could start also Noah Fant for Seattle.
Yeah. Who's did you say Mooney?
Yeah, Mooney I kind of want to talk about too because Drake London's in your lineup. Mooney, what do you think about Mooney?
I mean, I just remember when Kirk Cousins was basically every team he goes to, like he doesn't just have one receiver that gets all the points. Like he kind of spreads it out. So I don't think Mooney's bad.
Yeah. No, I think he's
Drake London's a pretty big downgrade from JJ. So
right, but I think you should probably start him. And what about
Mooney?
London.
Yeah, I think you can start either one of them.
I think so too. How about Kyle Pitts?
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the week where you need to start him. And these defenses, I don't really like either of them. I think the over under is too high, and it's just way too much. There's going to be too many touchdowns to make these defenses viable. All right, let's move on to a different matchup. All right.
Is that all of it?
Yeah, that's
Nice.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Oh, you probably can't hear those samples, right? I think I forgot to share the audio.
No, I couldn't hear anything.
There we go. You'll be able to hear him now. All right. We're talking about the Eagles and the Giants. Next matchup. Eagles at the Giants, over under 43. Pretty low. And you got Jalen Hurts on your roster. You throwing him in? You excited?
Oh, yeah. Every week.
Uh-huh. Every week.
Even though Baker Mayfield does better every week, but
just throw him in your lineup instead of trade him to your buddy Tim. Why not?
Right.
Why not?
no, I'll put. Is it at Philadelphia or is it at New York?
It is in New York.
Like it matters.
Like it matters. Like it matters. Dude, I am kind of excited about the Giants, actually. The player I'm most excited about in fantasy, Tyrone Tracy. For real. I'm serious.
Because he's from Purdue?
Is he from Purdue?
Yes.
Oh, man.
You don't remember watching him? Like, he was the running back for, like, the end of Jeff Brom's.
Oh, awesome, man. That gives me another reason to freaking root for him.
Yeah, I think he was, like, either he might have been a freshman or a sophomore Brom's last year.
I don't. I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched a game of Purdue football since Darrell Hazell was the coach. And, and seeing what you guys are saying, they're worse now than when he was the coach. So I'm not too inclined to pay attention to Purdue football right now.
Yeah,
I'm just a bandwagon
they were
boy.
good with Brom, though.
Yeah, they were good. No, they. They made the Big Ten championship as a mediocre team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Tyrone Tracy was on that team in the Big Ten champ.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Dang, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about him. I think Singletary should just kick the can, just retire, take a fat paycheck or whatever. Tyrone Tracy should be the dude, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Tyrone Tracy, I'm throwing him in my lineup for sure if Singletary's out, but Singletary looking like he's healthy. So if he's healthy, I'm not starting either of them. Especially since the Eagles at home, but I still don't want to start either. And then Malik Neighbors, you got to keep an eye on him for the concussion protocol. If he's active, you're starting him for sure. If Neighbors is not in, what do you think about Darius Slayton and Darius Slayton and all those other Giants wide receivers?
Do they have any more?
Like Darius Slayton.
They have Darius Slayton, but
yeah, well, it looks like Neighbors is
they definitely
gonna
they
play.
have Darius Slayton.
They definitely have Slayton, and then
They have a Darius Slayton.
oh, they have this other guy too. His name's Salarius Dayton. I don't know if you heard of him.
Wandale.
Wandale, man.
Likes,
How are we forgetting about Wandale?
Garrett likes him, yeah.
Wandale's a good start if Neighbors is out, but Neighbors looks like he's on track to play, so I think he's pretty risky.
I don't know anything about the Giants receivers besides Neighbors as the next elite talent, but
yeah,
I'm just gonna have to punt this one to my buddy Garrett and trust what he sees in Wandale Robinson. So I guess that might be your safest play.
yeah. Well, I don't know how much of it is like Garrett likes Wandale versus the fact that like he's hurting for wide receiver points.
Bottom of the barrel.
In bottom of the barrel. But you know how Garrett does. How he is. He picks guys up off the wire and then they just turn it on. And I swear these guys he picks up.
Sometimes.
These guys he picks up, they're like, oh, I'm on Garrett's fantasy team now. Time to turn it up.
Yeah.
Like Darnold.
I feel like he did that a lot. He did that a lot in the past, but
He just does it all the time. He's just good at fantasy. But I don't know. Wandale, yeah, like Neighbors is going to play, so Wandale I think's iffy. Slayton's on the bench. I already talked about the running backs. Giants tight ends. I can't even name one. Can you name one?
Theo, what's his name?
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Johnson, yeah.
Theo? Is his name Theo?
Theo Johnson. He's got 11 balls for 115 yards, so there you go. That's
Dang.
all he's got.
That's another like Justin Jefferson output. At 1 JJ. Got a bunch of
Yep.
guys. 7 games equals 1 JJ. I mean, different positions, but yeah.
Yeah, I might have been. I mean, I thought Daniel Jones was going to be just like even worse than he was last year, which is hard to do. But he's done surprisingly a little bit better than he did last year. Not a ton of production like touchdowns, but he's not thrown like 10 interceptions 6 weeks into the season, so that's pretty good.
He's got 4 through the season interceptions. He does well when I don't start him. So he's on my bench this week, so he'll do well. Yeah, I think he's a decent start. If you need a spot start at quarterback for sure, or in a super flex league, put him in your quarterback 2 spot. Well, I mean, Neighbors is coming back, so especially with Neighbors there, then yeah, he's just like the most boring quarterback, like the most average, but
Yeah.
it's that's fine. And you got your guys AJ Brown and Devonta Smith is also back too, right?
No, yeah, he's back.
Yeah, so makes Hurts look even better, and then Devonta Smith probably starting him.
Yeah, and you can start Selleck.
Selleck?
Or
You mean Goddard?
yeah, Goddard.
Who's Selleck?
Who's another tight end? He's probably retired.
He's
Selleck.
dude. Speaking of tight
When-
end
did he
photos,
retire? How old is he?
I don't know who Selleck is,
Look it up now. Brent Selleck.
dude. Have you looked at Dallas Goddard's pick? Man, talk about a caveman. Like,
Or was it Garrett Selleck? No, Brent Selleck. Yeah, he's 39. Yep.
damn, probably retired. Dallas
He
Goddard is straight up, like, looks like a caveman. But I gotta check out Conklin's picture now. I think Dallas Goddard's an all right start at tight end. Dude, Tyler Conklin looks. He's got a full on beard, but it's like manicured. It looks better than Goddard. Goddard looks like straight up Neanderthal.
Yeah. Geno Smith has most yards. Wow.
Most passing yards in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really great. Man, Mike's team would be really good if Tua was healthy. If Tua hadn't gotten injured. Yeah, who else we got? Saquon, totally in your lineup. For sure. And defenses in this game. Not the Giants. Philadelphia defense is all right, don't you think?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
I think you could start them.
Yeah, same. Even
Not
though
expect
they're
like a ton, but I mean, they could probably get some turnovers.
even though they're on the road. Yeah, I don't feel great about them with Neighbors back, though. But I think they're still startable with Daniel Jones out there. It just depends on how much of a bonehead Jones is with the ball. All right, next matchup.
Are you kidding me? That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Where are we at in society today?
Moving on to the 4 o'clock games. Carolina Panthers at the Washington Commanders. Over under 51.5 for this game with the Panthers in it. That's probably all due to the Manders, right?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, they're giving the Panthers 8 points.
8?
Which is, yeah, I would take the points.
Yeah,
if I was betting.
The Commanders' defense isn't that great, so I don't know why. The spread is 8 points, but yeah, I mean, I think Andy Dalton's a fine start at QB this week. I mean, I'm starting him over Daniel Jones, actually, but with Malik Neighbors, I kind of on the fence about that. But Commanders' defense is not good. I think Andy Dalton's okay. You know, he's kind of got a bit of a rapport with Deontay Johnson and Xavier Legette, the best a man can get. He's a touchdown threat.
Yeah, whoever's starting for the Panthers, I think it might be, or the Redskins, Commanders. Whoever's starting for the Commanders.
Try again, racist asshole.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I'm the one that says AOC looks like a Mexican.
Eckler. Is it going to be Eckler? I don't even know the situation with Brian Robinson.
He's questionable. He's questionable.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, whichever running back start him, and probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Even if Robinson does start, then, I mean, I don't think Eckler's that crazy because I just think it will be a shootout. And I think both running backs on both teams will do really well this week.
Yeah, Eckler and Hubbard. Yeah. Yeah, but Eckler's on your bench. Is he on your bench if Robinson starts?
I think he could play. You could play him if you're not very deep at running back and you need somebody. I don't think that's better than a lot of the other backup options.
Yeah.
Besides Tyler Goodson.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tight ends in this game. Don't think there's anyone startable.
I don't know who the tight ends are. I don't
know. It was like Logan Thomas like last year for the Commanders. I don't know who their tight end is this year. We got the up-to-date info on the Fantasy Wizards here.
It's Jatavian Sanders on the Panthers.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Jatavian.
And then Zach Ertz on
Zach
Washington.
Ertz, that's who it is. Yeah. Zach Ertz might be a desperate play. And then I don't think Jaden Daniels really goes to tight ends. He's starting to kind of develop a rapport with my dude, Scary Terry.
And Noah Brown.
Noah Brown?
Oh, yeah.
He's not on the Texans anymore?
No. He's their number 2. He hasn't really done anything this year, but
he hasn't, yeah. No, Scary Terry's the play there. And then Jaden Daniels.
It was Luke McCaffrey.
Oh, Luke McCaffrey? Well, he's a tight end, right?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. So he might be the 2 in Washington, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, let's just go Terry McLaurin on that one.
Yep, for sure. And what do you think about Deontay Johnson?
Yeah,
you start him
every week. I'd start him.
Yeah, he seems pretty good with Andy Dalton. Legette again is just a dart throw. like deep flex start if you want, but I wouldn't rely on him until he shows more stability. And I think that's it.
Anthony Johnson has 55 targets so far this season compared to Legette's 25.
Yeah, a lot of that
30
was
more targets. Wow.
a lot of that was with Bryce Young too, but some is with Andy, and Deontay Johnson gets separation and stuff. Okay, let's go on to the next matchup. Oh, daddy. Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Rams, 43.5 over under. It's a gross Raiders team. Gross.
Yep.
AOC going to get the start. Is he going to start in your lineup? Or is he
No.
going to start with the Totino's rolls?
He's not on anybody's roster.
Is he in your freezer, though?
No.
No, he's not. He's not even in your freezer. Ready for microwavable hot pocket Totino's sesh?
No.
Damn. Well, then no one on the Raiders is in your lineup except for my man, the tight end stud, Mr. Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that's it. There's what's his name? The receiver?
The receiver.
Jacoby Myers.
You starting him?
You could. No, wait. Is he injured?
Is he?
I can see this. I gotta see where is the injury chart?
Injury chart. He's questionable. He's expected to return. Says he has a good chance to return. Yeah, he'll be the wide receiver 1, but I feel better about Jerry Jeudy with Watson as the 1 than Myers with AOC as the 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes down to, I don't really like Deshaun Watson, and
Yeah.
it's just not the best situations, for either player.
No. I think he could be a bench stash for sure, but I wouldn't throw Myers in your lineup at all.
That'd be a desperate play this week.
Yep. And then
Bowers for sure, and they don't have any running backs, so just leave him on the waivers.
I think this is going to be a low-scoring game for sure. I think it'll hit the under 43.5. The Rams' offense is kind of broken too. Kyron Williams is definitely in there, and Matt Stafford for sure. But other than that, we don't know if Cooper Kupp is.
He's questionable.
He's questionable. Come back if he's active. You're playing him. Nakua is still on the IR. I don't want to touch really any other wide receivers for the Rams.
No Tutu Atwell?
Sorry, man. I can't do Tutu.
Not even this game?
No. He's got pretty consistently floor production. I guess if you need 8 points, as a baseline. If you want a safe play where you're gonna get between 8 to 15 points, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
But if that's what you need for your lineup, but I don't think he's gonna blow up. He's got 6.1 projected points on Yahoo.
Matt Stafford has 3 touchdowns this season, so I think he's due for a few. I think he's due for a couple this game.
Little regression. Yeah, I'd throw him in your lineup if Kupp is out. You can, but if Kupp is active, I don't want to play Tutu. That's what I think about it.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't think Colby Parkinson. I think you could throw in your lineup for the Rams.
Might as well. All the tight ends in the league suck.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Rams defense, I like that a lot for sure. Raiders defense, not so much. But
Parkinson leads the team in targets this season.
does he? Hasn't really turned that into production, but targets are a good sign for sure. Probably Parkinson or Atwell, one of them will have a really good game this game. And then yeah, I like the Rams defense, but not so much the Raiders. But that's what it looks like to me. So should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
That boy
Before your
ain't right.
before your free sample Zoom runs
I'm
out.
40. I'm a man.
Yeah, right.
I'm 40.
For the third time.
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick.
That'll be the transition. All right. Next one, we got Chiefs at 49ers. Last 4 o'clock matchup. 47 over under. Super Bowl rematch. Patrick Mahomes, I think.
What's the spread on that?
1.5. Pretty tight.
Oh, nice.
1.5 favoring the Niners. Yeah, it's Mahomes hasn't been a very good quarterback for fantasy against the Niners. I don't think he will be either. So I don't think he's even flex worthy. I think he's sit. He can be a quarterback too in a super flex league, but
Yeah, this is one of the games where Mahomes isn't expected to, do a whole lot.
mm-hmm.
But Travis Kelce, obviously, it's your lock. And I don't even know about, who do you play as I'm not really into the whole Kareem Hunt thing. I know everyone's, excited for it, but I'm just, man, he's old.
You're not into the Kareem Hunt thing?
No. What did he do last week? Did he do anything?
I don't think so.
That's just, yeah.
I don't think any Chiefs running backs are really producing. Well, they were on bye last week. The Chiefs were on bye. But Hunt seemed to be the guy there. 10 points, 18 points in the bye. So if you're going to start someone, Hunt, probably a decent start, but against San Francisco, it could be tough.
Yeah, and I guess go with your Smith-Schuster, right?
Oh, yeah. Roll with Schuster. I think he's a boomer bust also. But, I'm hurting at wide receiver. But, yeah, I like him more than Jacoby, in the Raiders.
Yeah.
So, it could work out. It could not. I don't know.
Brock Purdy's probably the better play at QB for that game.
Yeah, he's been good. Debo probably in your lineup. And then Brandon Ayuk, I don't know, also boomer bust. He's been disappointing.
Yeah, I think in this game, also with the total, you can play Ayuk, Samuel, and Kittle, and they're not all obviously going to go off, but it's just a risk you might have to take. See if your guy does.
Yeah, Kittle for sure. Kittle's been on fire. He's the best tight end in the league, production-wise so far. Although I think Brock Bowers will pass him. But and then
looks like Jordan Mason will play.
Is he playing?
Well, they're expecting him to. It's not for sure yet.
Well, if he plays, just start him. But if he's out, I don't think Garendo's too bad of a start either.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. I was thinking in my head, O'Brien know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about because I saw him on the waivers. I think he did good when Jordan Mason was gone, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure what point in the game Mason left, but Garendo got 10 carries for almost 100 yards.
Wow.
For 99 yards. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so if Mason's out, but if Mason's in there, then start Mason. Garendo on the bench. Honestly, CMC might come back this week, so you got to monitor that. I wouldn't imagine that Garendo is a viable start, So if those two guys, probably one of them will be back. And then, Travis Kelce in your lineup. You can try Juju. I think that's it. We covered it. Both of these defenses, what do you think about them for starting?
they're both like defenses that can make plays, like both playmaking defenses, but with how good the offenses are on both sides, I don't really love it, either one of them.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. All right, let's move on to the next matchup then.
Sunday night. Oh, this is the one I've been waiting for, man.
Yep. We got All right, Sunday night we got Jets and Steelers. You been waiting for this one?
Yeah, they got Devontae Adams already registered on their injury report as questionable.
Oh, awesome! Bet you love that.
So he'll probably play. I don't even know if. They said it was a real injury, but everybody just thinks he was just kind of holding out for a trade.
Yeah,
maybe half and half.
But if he's healthy, do you want to throw him in against the Steelers?
I probably am, just because I don't have a whole lot of options.
First game, always a risk. It's riskier than Cooper with his first game with the Bills.
It is. It's very risky, but I don't know. Just the whole their connection, like through the 8 years they spent together. I just feel like Rodgers is going to want to put him in right away and maybe have some plays for him.
Yeah. How about Garrett Wilson?
He might be the only Jet that understands Rodgers in the offense.
Yeah, I think you got to put him in after his good performance last week. And then Alan Lazard, he's kind of a dart throw. Although he has been producing, but with Adams there, you're not sure.
Yeah, I think I'd just go ahead and get rid of him.
Just get rid of him.
Well, you got Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. He's not even going to. Yeah, they have history too, but I think that was just kind of your get by wide receiver.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And
I dropped Braylon Allen just because the only reason I picked him up was hoping that Breece Hall would get injured, but he didn't. And who knows, he still could. But
yeah, he's just insurance in case Breece Hall gets injured at this point because of the new coaching staff of the Jets. They're turning back to Breece Hall. Breece Hall is a great start this week. Not great. Steelers defense is tough, but you want to start him. And Braylon Allen's on your bench, and then Conklin. I think he's a pretty decent start.
Yeah,
conk it up.
Yeah,
and the Steelers' offense side of the ball is a bit tougher. Pickens, I think you got to sit him. You don't know Russell Wilson starting this game. You don't want to start Russell Wilson against the Jets. You probably don't want to start Russell Wilson against anybody, let alone the Jets. He's an old man. He's not going to be mobile.
Najee Harris, and hopefully,
Najee.
Just hope for a touchdown, I guess, because I don't think the Jets are really going to let him.
Yeah, hold on to Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren's a stash candidate. As if Najee goes down, Jaylen Warren could be great. Jaylen Warren might take over. He's always a potential to take over anyways, kind of like Tank Bigsby, but Jaylen Warren's actually fully healthy now. But then, I think you'd play Najee and then sit George, Pickens, Freiermuth. Yeah,
that might be the best receiver.
Yeah, Freiermuth, I think you start. And then these defenses, the Jets, you absolutely want to play against the Steelers. That might be the best defensive play of the week.
Yep.
Steelers defense, still great. If you have them, you want to play them, especially it's at home too. It's at Pittsburgh. But
it could be another ugly, the Jets have been in a lot of low scoring games this year just because their defense will keep them in it when the offense has been struggling.
Yeah, there's a risk that Rodgers and Adams just light it up and Wilson, and then Breece Hall. They just light it up this week. But the Steelers' defense I think is good enough to get you some points and hold the Jets down and just temper the expectations. And 38 over under, it's pretty low, so I think both defenses are good plays. Okay, we got one Monday Night Football to talk about here.
We still got time on the thing?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes, so.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So Monday Night Football, we got
football games.
Yeah, we got Ravens at Buccaneers, 49.5 over under. It's huge. You were talking about this game. You like this game. A lot of pieces on either side.
Yeah, start all your offensive players on both sides and don't start the defenses.
Pretty much. Lamar, Mayfield. You got Flowers had a great game last week. You want to start him. Mark Andrews is coming back, so I'd start him. Isaiah Likely, I would sit him. Derrick Henry crushing it. You might even be able to throw Justice Hill in as a flex. Tampa Bay, you've got Tampa Bay, like Chris Godwin, Mike Evans for sure. The running back thing is weird. Rashad White might not play. If he doesn't play, Bucky Irving's a good start. If Rashad White's in, I would sit Irving. But I'm holding on to Irving as a stash. You got Sean Tucker there kind of murking things up. Who's the Buccaneers head coach? He said, it could be a 3-headed monster. He literally said that, so
wow.
Yeah, that could suck. Irving might be droppable after this week, if it does turn out to be that sort of thing, which is disappointing for sure. And
Sean
then
Tucker was the man last week.
Yeah, dude, it sucks because he came out of nowhere, and I just wanted Irving to get everything, but he didn't.
190 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, could have been a game script thing, but you want to see Irving there. They just keep adding bodies to the pile. And then K. Dotton, he's flex worthy, I think. Flex worthy tight end.
With the
high over under. Yeah. And then defenses, Baltimore's defense. If you got them, you probably starting them, but it's going to be rough this week. The over under is big.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's offense is pretty hot this year, and then Tampa Bay's defense I don't want any part of. So let's move on to the next one then.
Chargers and Cardinals.
LA Chargers, Arizona Cardinals, 43.5 over under. What do you think about QBs in this game? Kyler Murray has not been very good. Justin Herbert also not very good.
I don't like either of them. I think Marvin Harrison's out, right?
Yeah, he's questionable.
J.K. Dobbins and James Conner show, maybe?
Yeah, could be. J.K. Dobbins is a good start. He's been consistent, and the Chargers like to run the ball and not pass, for sure. Not so. Harrison suffered the concussion protocol. He's probably not going to play. I'd be surprised if he does. So,
it's just some McConkey.
Lad boy.
The young lad.
Yeah. I think he's flex worthy. It's definitely risky, but because the Chargers don't pass that much, they like to spread it around.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I would rather keep him on the bench. Definitely think he's a good bench candidate, good breakout candidate for later. I think there's better guys you could flex this week, like Jerry Jeudy or Smith-Schuster.
Trey McBride, obviously you're going to play him.
Trey McBride, obviously playing him. I wouldn't touch any other Cardinals receiver with a 10-foot pole. Michael Wilson, I'm not touching. Kyler Murray's just looking bad right now. Who else? Who's the Chargers tight end, man? I don't know who the tight end is.
Disley.
Well, I think that's it for this game. Chargers defense, I'd start. Cardinals defense, not start. But then, yeah, anything else about this game?
No.
Cool. Well, let's end it there. Thanks y'all for listening to big ass podcast. It's probably the longest one we've done. So, all right, Brian. See you later. Thanks for coming in.
All right.
Peace,
Good
bro.
luck, bro.
Good luck to you.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh yeah,